Hi everyone, and welcome to this afternoon session. I'm here today to talk to you about the differences in spirits. But if you can stick around, I hope that you can get something out of this. And if you do, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the notification button. Okay, let's get into it. So the first thing is, what is a spirit? A spirit is someone that you know. Might have been your grandparents, your mum and dad, sister, brother, your child, if you had lost a child in your life. But it is someone that you know in this life on this earth that has walked with you. Okay, so yeah, that is what a spirit is. A ghost spirit is someone that you did not know. So it might have been someone in your community that has, or in your neighborhood, or it could be someone that has lived in the house that you're living in, and they just keep coming past or visiting, I should say, from time to time, just to see how things are coming. They're harmless as well, and it's like, how can I describe it? It's like as if, like with a ghost spirit, well, even with your other spirits as well, that, when you're driving around, or you haven't been to a place for a long, long time, and you always go past to see what it still looks like. I am guilty for that. High schools, schools, old houses that I used to live in. Well, just think, when we pass, there's no holding us back, going back and seeing what it is like, or even inside to see if there's any changes, and things like that. And when someone enters that building and they feel something has brushed past them, that's a ghost, okay? Because they don't know them. Can you understand what I mean? If you have someone, say, in your house, a spirit or ghost in your house, like I do, I see shadows and things like that when I'm in the shower. I've even on other videos I've filmed where they've been in my lounge room with me, in my bedroom with me. They do not scare me at all, because they're just coming back to check, how the house is going, what are the changes like, If you make it positive, well, then it's going to be positive, all right? If you make it a happy environment, it is going to be happy spirits that come back and visit, and that's all that they're doing. They're just visiting. So yeah, it's just, I love the spirits that I have contact with. I do not contact any evil spirits. I've had my past where I had to try and get rid of an evil spirit, and it's damn hard, It's very draining. People say that, you can burn sage and things like that. No, there's a whole lot more that has to go involved in it, or be involved in it. Sage does work to a certain degree, same as salt, at all your points and everything, your entries, your windows and things like that. But it is you who has to be positive, because the spirit that comes back will realize that this is a family home, or a happy environment, and they're going to be pleased with the outcomes that you have done. What is an evil spirit? An evil spirit is a spirit that has not crossed over to the other side. All right, so an evil spirit's like to be left alone. So what I mean by that is, if you go into an empty building that has a fire, or has word of haunted and things like that, and you go in and you stir that up, well, then you're only going to have trouble yourself. Okay, so what I mean by that is that you can bring that spirit back with you. All right, so you might have a happy house and everything. with children, everything. But if you go to a place that is haunted and you do not have protection, do not say the Lord's Prayer and be positive about it. But if you go in and stir them up, right, and you can stir them up and, saying, can you make noises and, do this, do that, without the protection behind you or within you, well, then you can bring them back. And so that your place is then going to be haunted, all right? Because, it's a no-go. Same as your Ouija boards and everything like that. I do not touch them. I do not condone anybody else touching them, but I personally do not touch them. I don't deal with the black side of things. I only deal with the white side. I class myself as a communicator for spirits that have a message for someone that they cannot connect with as yet. And what do I mean by that? Is that spirits will come down to you, because once they pass, they want to visit you to make sure that you're all right, because they know how much hurt you're going to be in, like emotionally. And it is so hard to try and get over someone. And I mean, they don't want you to get over them. They just want you to have love, to remember the good things about them. Yes, it's still all right to remember some of the bad things, but it can't run your life, all right? So, yeah, have you ever had, where spirits have come down and they can communicate with you really, really easy, all right? Or, and put it in the comments if you have, or if you've had a loved one pass, you cannot communicate with them, or they have not given you any messages or any signs of them, all right? So if you have communicated or can communicate with spirits, it means that you're attuned to receiving, because everyone is psychic, all right? We were born psychic. We have all psychic abilities, but it's when you can open up, that is when they will start sending messages down to you, because you are allowing it to happen, all right? So I know I had a dream for so many weeks. One of my best friends died, and it really, really affected me. But she kept appearing in my dreams, and I'm thinking, what do you want? Like, they're beautiful dreams of our childhood and everything, our teenage years and things like that, and when we had our babies together and everything like that. So I thought, okay, do you want me to contact your daughters, try and find them? And this is what I did. I contacted her baby daughter, who, when my girlfriend died, she was probably around about 10 years of age. So, and I contacted her, and her and I kept going backwards and forwards. But I told her everything about her mother that she did not know, So I think my girlfriend who had passed must have sensed that her daughter was going through a hard time, but she couldn't communicate with her because she was so young at that time. But she could, through me, to give her the messages, and it was to mainly let her know that she was still with her. Even though that she couldn't communicate with her, she was still there with her, especially through the hard times as well, and her daughter now is planning her wedding, so I know that my girlfriend Barbara is still looking down on her. Another one is where another person very, very close to me, her husband had died, and anyway, she rang me up, and I said yes, he's made contact with me, and this is what's going to happen, you know, around the funeral and everything like that, and be on guard, all right? And she went, oh, no, 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 no. And it ended up being the truth, you know. So that spirit could see things that was going to happen. And he just wanted her to be safe, to be on guard, about his family. Can you understand that? So they're the different kind of spirits, and how they, and I mean, I never even knew that spirit, but he came to me because this person, even though her spirituality was starting to develop, but wasn't fully, you know, because she's a Christian as well, which should not even matter, because the spirits don't look at Christians and spirituality in, you know, different things. You know, they want to make contact with you, and they will, but you got to be open about it, you know, and acceptant about it as well. So there are different things. So with evil spirits, unless you are really qualified in that field, I would not even go there. All right. A way that you can communicate with your spirits is just say, look, I want to speak, you know, I want to connect with you. I bring you no harm. Okay. I come here in peace. That's another way that you can speak to them, because I know a lot of people don't want the evil spirits. They just want their loved ones, you know, to come forward, whether it be all the different signs, whether a feather or a rainbow or a song, smell, you know, just so that they know that you have passed over to the other side. So this is different ways, you know, and when you actually ask someone, thank them as well. Thank your spirits for coming down, because it is, when you speak to them, you can speak directly to them. Don't forget about that. All right. They can hear you as soon as you start talking. All right. So I hope that you have gotten something out of this, but just remember, if you do dibble in the black side of it, protect yourself. Okay. If you open a portal, close the portal. Okay. They're just some simple things, you know, like, but as I said, I don't dibble in the black side. I just, I stay on the white side, and that's about it. So just remember, your spirits are the ones that you know, that has walked this earth with you. Okay. Ghosts are people that you don't know, but they're still all right, you know. They're just souls that have walked this earth, but you did not know them, and then your evil side as well. Okay, I hope that you get something out of this. All right, bye for now.